Christian Tudor here, academyofphotography.com. Today I would like to go through a few ideas and props for new baby photography. These are the result of years of experience in baby photography, and I would like to share and present some of the best and most successful images that our clients love and make me proud of my work over the years. This is the best selection, and I will go through some of them and talk about each one of them in few words. I'm happy to share my thoughts, and if you are inspired by this in any shape or form, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to share your work with us, and that will keep us going to do more videos. Quick question: why newborn photography? Newborn photography is one of the easiest way to get into the market as a professional photographer. Not only you can create beautiful and cute photos that sell really easy, but photographing babies will bring you emotional parents very happy with the new member of their family, and that will help you grow your business very fast. If you do a good job, baby photography is the way to start your photography business. Even if you do not wish to take this as a business and you just want to take nice photos of a baby, your own baby maybe, getting few ideas and some inspiration going, it's always nice. Newborn photography is one of the reasons I have started my photography business. I have stumbled upon one day one of the Anna Geddes books in a bookshop, and I was so impressed with it and with the baby photos I could see inside. I said to myself, I gotta try this. I'm not going through the business aspect of it today, but I will just present some sample of the work I have done over the years. You will see work similar to other photographers, and of course I have not invented the wheel, but getting inspiration, it's okay, and after a while you will get your own ideas. One of the most impressive impacts are from the most simple portraits without fancy props and busy backgrounds. Just the baby's face with a smile can work wonders. I always start my session with taking photos of just the baby and nothing else. After this, I feel happy to get into my wide range of baby photography ideas and props. The giant egg. I have to admit that this idea was inspired by Anna Geddes, and this is just a small tribute to attempt to duplicate the giant egg prop in a studio. It's not easy to find a giant egg bigger than a newborn, able to actually support the baby without falling over, and in the same time look perfectly smooth. After many days of research, I have come up with the idea of buying few metal wire rings from a craft shop, tighten them together, top and bottom, and to opposite sides, deform the frame to get an egg-like shape. Fill it with blanket filling and cover them with filler sheets or fabric that is still soft for a baby to be placed on. The cover was a challenge as well, to try to make it look smooth without seeing cuts and sewing marks. Having a baby on the egg is also an element that needs to be considered, and here one of the parents comes in to help. Also, a bit of post-production is required to remove the hand that holds the egg steady. If anyone wants to attempts to do this, I will be happy to see and compare this with my take on this. This is not perfect, but this is the best I could do. After a bit of editing and post-production, the giant egg had such a wow factor to some of the parents, I had to do it over and over again, despite my intention not to go over the top with the only one baby photography idea. Another photography idea is the fruit and the texture background. This idea was to have a baby on a complete texture background made of fruit. At the beginning I thought buying 10 kilos of oranges or apples was just enough, but this proved to be insufficient to fill in the picture, so I ended up buying 30 kilos of oranges for one session and 30 kilos of green apples for another. The issues were that the baby is always kicking and moving, so having a nice layer of fruit takes some time. Also, not to mention someone has to eat all of that after the session, so I had to have a lot of orange juice and apple pies after. Having other fruit might work, but remember, you will have to eat all of that after. In this image, this is just a green apple background, and you need more apples that you can see here in able to frame the image properly. Another very interesting idea, which had a lot of success, is the old painting frame. I have picked an old frame for a bargain in a market, and I was going to use a prop for a family photo session, and also I thought I could use it for one of my newborn photography sessions. After a deep clean and a wash, I could enjoy the vintage look and use it either in full on a flat surface as part of a balanced composition, looking down, or just keeping vertical using just the corner. After the first sessions, few variations followed, just to make as much as possible as the item has been already purchased. The image you just see now on the screen would not look good just with the baby with another compositional element to create a sense of balance into the image. The image showing now show also the bottom part of the frame, and it is securely hanged on a stand at the time of the session. I'm gonna show you right now a variation on the frame idea, just with the black background prop and few flowers to complete the composition as well. The baby and the frame were on the floor. The image was shot from above, looking down, standing up safely on a chair. Baby on a plate. This baby photo idea is not new, and there are an infinite amount of variations possible. I have started to pick up variations, for example like this one, or metal wire plates for many sessions, as one needs a bit of variety. Please note that the overall of these props add effort and cost to the sessions, but as already mentioned, the final result has a lot of added value and less likelihood to be copied. The image below has a 7-day-old baby on a plate that have been specifically purchased for this session. To be noted that all images have the baby skin protected, and in none of them there is any contact. The surface of the plate is rough, and we did not want to take any chances to have our precious models to be hurt in any shape or form. This is another image of another variation of a baby on the plate. It's not easy to have the baby wrapped in a fabric that still looks good. Nappies are always avoided in our sessions, and as I do not believe they look good at all. The green plate is just a variant of a plate with the fern tree leaves added to create a different fresh green look. Another variation for a plate, it's a rustic plate I picked up in a store, and I thought it will look good definitely with a baby on it. Also, the repetition of a few poses in a rhythmic composition gave it another artistic edge. Of course, this needs to be photoshopped, as it is highly unlikely you will get some triplets dressed the same and behaving the same. Another idea is baby on a shelf. This shelf has been purchased specifically for a baby session. It is not just another piece of furniture in a house. Also, having a baby on an empty shelf would have been boring, so a bit of balance was necessary. Since there is one shelf and not great deal of flexibility, the idea to include some special green leaves, not necessarily randomly, worked really well in our opinion. The client liked it, and they chose it for an enlargement. Baby with candles. The image of the baby with candles is just another way to simplify an image, yet get a sophisticated but simple design look. The 3 candles generate a rhythm and they balance the image, where the toddler is following the rule of thirds, leaving the other 2/3 of the image empty. This subject will be treated at large in the composition section, especially the tips on how to balance a visual composition. Please note the reflection on the floor, which is basically our semi-gloss prop table allocated for photography sessions in our studio. A classic one is a baby in a muslin cloth. This photography idea is widely used, and we cannot pretend it is the result of our own imagination. However, it does have value, and it's more difficult to achieve than it looks. This is a must try for any photographer, and make sure the fabric you choose is good quality, as it will show after first use. The palm tree background. The image you just see on the screen right now is just one of the hundreds of sessions where fresh and original photo ideas and props had to be used. Please note that the baby rests on a mirror with a nice palm tree behind. I don't have any other comments, the image speaks for itself. The palm tree leaf. I have picked up this leaf on the side of the street. This is a palm tree leftover, and I just picked it up and I brought it to the studio, thinking that I'm gonna place the baby here and this could look quite good. I had to wash it and polish it to make sure there's no fiber touching the baby's skin, and also it receives a bit of lacquer. This is one of the best props in our studio and most widely used. Baby in a wok. Another hit among our clients is having the baby in a wok. We have got an incredible feedback for the image you just see on the screen right now, and there's nobody who did not smile when they saw this picture. As one can observe, this is a balanced composition with an Asian restaurant aspect. The baby has soft materials under to avoid skin contact with the wok and allow a comfortable rest. Another good idea is using a mirror in your studio. We have had a round mirror around the house and with no use since the frame was lost and made it into another digital photography baby prop. After a good clean and check up for any sharp edges, having a mirror on the floor and the baby on it with various settings is just another idea to create nice photos. There are so many ways how to use the mirror as a studio photography prop. You can try and share your ideas with us. The green basket. Probably everyone has a go in using a basket for babies. This is used by most of the photographers in various shapes or forms. It's important to have a nice basket with a natural fiber, and you can fill this with something soft so the baby can rest in it, or you can fill it with colored balls or any texture that comes to your mind. Various shapes of the basket. You can use various shapes of the basket. In this case, this is just a normal laundry basket, but we do have rounded baskets as well. If the baby is old enough, they can actually stand in the basket and you can fill this with any materials you want. Make sure it just looks good and it's clean for the baby. The green basket. This is one of the most appreciated images from our studio, but we have used it only once. The reason behind it is the fact that it took 4 hours labor and 2 persons to wrap around the simple laundry basket in fresh leaves. Every individual leaf has been hand-picked and jointed with a piece of string to the basket. As we have mentioned on numerous occasions, the value for the photographer and for the client grows with the amount of effort to duplicate the image. I am not sure how many other photographers are willing to go the distance and create something that takes so much time and effort for just one picture when they shoot hundreds in a week. If you are happy with any of the ideas presented and you are attempting to duplicate any of them, please do not forget to share, as we would be happy to be able to see them. And also you can submit your image with your details and we will publish them on our website for anyone else to appreciate and make comments. Just send us an email and with your photos and we'll add them, including your name and authorship information. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe. We are preparing other videos as well. And until I'll see you next time, I wish you happy shooting. Thank you very much.